Okay, and we're back. Only been a few hours. Let me make sure that you can hear me. Okay, testing. Looks fine. Okay, so gonna try to mainline this, but it does seem like this game kind of is more about exploring a bit. But we'll see. For now, I think we're going to, let's see. For now, I guess we go here. And we get some parts. And
this here is the Sinky Dink, home of Gulp, at the very least. Yeah.
Well, we're gonna get some parts. Continue the story. Hopefully beat one boss. Maybe two, but I don't know. My schedule, the way I'm planning to do stuff today, might not work out. We'll see.
He's pretty sure he's heard of you before, although the details are maybe a little hazy. He wonders if... Says it's both everything you could want and never enough. Says you look like you've got a powerful thirst to do something in this world. Good, bad, not really sure, but it seems like you've been drinking in your destiny and liking the flavor. Wants to know if he could point you towards something fun to drink, so that you could share with the tipsy tipster. You sure look like you could use a drink. Either way, he hopes you find a way to wet your whistle before the world comes to an awful dry... Says life's like a mystery drink. Sometimes it's amazing, and sometimes it's awful. But Sure, but that's nowhere near as quick and easy. Who wants to stop to chew? Says you should toast the end of the world, but you'd better hurry. It's coming soon. Respects how you take care of yourself. Thinks it's funny you wound up with the Jagni. They drink so little, like birds. Guesses someone has to be, but he can't swallow the sight of it. But who cares about them? Says you'd be as bummed out as him if you came for the hot stuff. The Glugmocker, Nimhimbibble, and his favourite radium syrup. That one's even more intoxicating. Without a drink, and radium syrup especially, he can't move, much less think, as the power of his mind is directly proportioned to the quantity of syrup he swigs. That's why he's called Gulp. The drink helps him forget the state the world is in, but it only lasts until tomorrow. The world is still doomed, even if the sun goes up.
Okay, I'm a little bit annoyed by this guy. I think I'm just gonna like skip most of his dialogue because like what the fuck. He's like, you should drink. You should drink. It's like, oh my gosh, can we get to the story? And I mean, I guess we're just gonna help him get a drink so that he can then give me a part for my jet bike or whatever, I guess.
It makes most dumber, but that's his special burden to bear. He wants you to know he has other interests, too. He's the Surf Archipelago's self-proclaimed ornithologist, for example. There are other ways than a cold drink to relieve stress, even in these dark times, and, fortunately for you, he can help. Watching Pippi's flap is calming, but better yet are the ones you can look at and touch, like quacks. Squeezing them is a great way to relax. They're better at floating than flapping, so you should be able to net a few without growing yourself a pair.
On the ways that they address the feedback network, some where they missed the mark. In other areas, create issues that work in RE7. They brought back a loop and level design from RE7 and classic titles, but with some tweaks on the more action-heavy focus. Compared to its predecessor, there are numerous shifts in focus and tone. Sometimes to be better, and yet sometimes to its detriment. The plot is grander with higher stakes that, again, sometimes to be better, and sometimes to the game's detriment. While it doesn't quite hit the highs of RE4 or some of the classic titles, I did find it overall more enjoyable than RE7, even if it's a less cohesive title. It's been interesting to see the reception the game's gotten so far. Some feeling that it's an instant classic, others feel the series has jumped the shark. Granted, that's something that's been part of the series as far back as Resident Evil 4. So it would be interesting to see how the reception of the game changes, and with additional content that I'm sure we'll be getting for the title. After all, the Resident Evil 7 DLC was some of the better DLCs that I've come across. So let's get to it, ladies and gentlemen. Do note that I'm not holding back on spoilers here. Work on RE Village began in August 2016, a few months prior to the release of RE7. As RE7 was a major departure compared to the past big number titles, the team had wasted some time before fully committing to their plans. After the success of RE7 from a critical and commercial standpoint, they decided to make a direct sequel and continue the story of the RE7 working in a reboot heavily influenced by the original Resident Evil. They decided to pull heavily from RE4 when it came to Village's design. They saw it as an offspring to RE7 and RE4. In doing surveys in regards to Resident Evil 7, they listened to feedback from some who found RE7 to be scary.
The Quack Hollow. It's just lonely.
I understand that's an easy puzzle, but like, what? I was just like, there? Yeah, it worked, okay.
If you haven't checked them out yet, you should. There are versions with English subtitles. I found them more enjoyable to watch them and make my own interpretation.
Not opening for you.
So with this video, I'm going to go through each area, give some insights and thoughts on the various tangents along the way. I'll talk about some of the issues I have with the plot closer to the end, along with Mercenaries mode. To note, I did play on standard difficulty. It's nice that the game gives us an option to watch a recap of RE7 in case you need a bit of a reminder of what happened. I always appreciate developers putting these in. We got this Tim Burton Neil Gaiman-like intro, this fairy tale that's going to serve as an allegory for the game. That'll become more apparent at the end.
Come, child, quench your thirst, he said. She drank the thick, dark blood and smiled joy.
It's nice that kids get something to watch. As great as the intro was for RE7 the first time around, it takes a while to get the main game going and can be annoying to replay if I do not stay by all times just after the makers. That said, this game is more cutscene heavy, which could be a detriment, but more on that later. You join the adventure sound with accomplished what the Red Steel Bloodline haven't been able to do, and continue their own bloodlines with a daughter Rose. I have to note that the RE engine is doing faces a lot better now. I've mentioned before that sometimes there's something a bit off with some of the faces in the past few games, especially the women. Mia was one of them, although I found in a way it worked with her appearance in RE7, or the shovel terror giving the speed like the bunnies. Wandering through the home gives us some indication of what's been going on the last few years. But it's really new to hear how to do it, so just keeping an eye on them. their marriage and their relationship. This is something I talked about in my RE7 video. I hope to be something they would address. They use the funny stuff. Events that happened 3 years ago still hangs heavy over them. It's been causing issues between Mia and Ethan. Don't forget, Mia still has a lot to answer for. Don't forget her role with Evelyn and the connections. Although the game doesn't outright say it, they have been moved to Romania. The currency we pick up throughout the game is
You
Romanian
need to
currency, and
line
the
up the
dish she's cooking is a
switches
local
so
one.
they
That
match.
smells good. What's that?
Put your hands off, mister. It's tuba de legume, the local recipe.
Wow, you've got full native Italian.
Local wine, too.
Then we got the scene from the trailer. And if you're thinking to
Just a
yourself,
few
Chris
moves
sounds like
left.
Carlos in RE3
Make them
it's because
count.
it's the same actor. Next to scene back to his more normal appearance after how he looked in RE7. Oh my god! What's wrong with your face?
Bristles like the hair of one electrified.
It's going to be some 6 degrees.
The local recipe.
Wow, you've got full native Italian.
Local wine, too.
Then we got the scene from the trailer. And if you're thinking to yourself, Chris sure sounds like Carlos in RE3 it's because it's the same actor. Next scene back to his more normal appearance after how he looked in RE7. Oh my
Locked.
god! What's wrong with your face? With enough actors, there was a number of them they brought back from past games playing different roles.
You need to line up the switches so they match.
It is an attention grabber to hook us into the game, and something that was used heavily in the marketing material. That said, I feel it creates a lot of plot issues. I'm going to discuss more about that later. We're then taken away by Ethan's mom, but the van were in crashes. Red and cold snow, and they go away to the cabin. Something I noticed with this cabin is that there's medication on the table that's the exact kind that Mia takes in their home. I thought maybe this would come up later. It never does.
Good. That's enough electric current to initiate the actuators and activate the framework.
Okay, yeah, I was just making sure. But yeah, I'm fucking gonna stop listening to whatever the fuck the narrator's saying. Because that is completely pointless dialogue. Yes, that's enough electricity for the door. What? Yeah, okay. How old do you think I am? Like, I understand they might not think that I'm quite as old as I am, but, like, I gotta say, if I was, like, I'm trying to think, what age would I have to be where I wouldn't be annoyed by this? Like, maybe if I was 10. Maybe. And, I mean, even then, I don't know. So weird. I think that was a notification of my stream. Great. I'm gonna try to do it a few different times, because just kind of occurred to me, it's like, you know what, wait, why am I doing them so late if people aren't even watching anyway? I figured that people would just be more likely to watch later at night, but yeah, they're not, so I'll just try not to do that anymore. Yeah, I think these guys are getting stunned by my attacks, because, like, I didn't get hit at all right there.
The Domp outpost, shined up by the Myriad tribe.
But, yeah, I'll try to do, like, random times more.
Let's
you know,
see.
I only get, like, 1 or 2 people per stream anyway, so, you know, might as well just do it with the stream whenever I want.
There's the Sovereign who runs this outpost. He didn't expect his outpost to be invaded, but now that you're working with their rival, he can see why. He would have preferred if you could have solved this without violence. At least a peaceful solution has a chance, while a violent one never has. It's their last line of defense. Once their guardian falls, they'll surrender. The outpost belongs to your tribe now.
I don't know what's going on, but I think that this might be a game thing about the broadcast.
He says you did a great job capturing the rival's second outpost. You've earned the privilege of wearing the tribe's colors. Thinks your foes will flee before you can reach them. He knows things that you need to know. Says you're welcome back.
But yeah, like, what the... Okay, so... Once again, like, there's no other internet working right now. And... the broadcast stopped right when I beat one of these outposts. So I'm gonna assume that this is what's causing the game to just stop. I mean, this does seem kind of like a game that might be I'm trying to think what the word is. Not as polished, I suppose. I kind of want to see my character's face a little more. Otherwise, they just become like a faceless henchman. Like, that's not great. Let's see. We'll do more intellect.
Your mind expands.
And, let me check this. Okay, yeah. I suppose I have to do a bit more choices to, Oh, well, yeah, there's this right here. Well, for more silent. I mean, they're giving me plenty of points, but, like, I need to make more dark or light choices to be able to buy anything at this point.
Offers you extraordinary prices for the...
Oh, I think my money is behind my where I am on the camera. I guess I just won't worry about it. I mean, I have been. Let's see. I was just thinking, like, I don't have much money anyway, but I don't know what some of these things do. Like, I don't know what this stuff does. So I probably should just hang on to them. Oh, oh no. Okay, okay. I'll hold on to these, just because they are like unique outfits. But it's kind of like these. Like, I want to keep that just because I can't get it again. Um, I like this one a lot. It seems overpowered. This one, by comparison, seems like awful. Like, what the heck? Like, boom, 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 versus da 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 da. I don't know. It's hard to tell. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, like, well, I don't know. I mean, like, you can go through the magazine so much faster. Like, let's see. Rate of fire. Yeah, the rate of fire is like 4 times higher. So it's about the same. It's kind of the same. I think I will. Well, I'll sell this because I don't care. I don't care about this weapon type. I'm surprised I can even sell this because this is like necessary, as far as I know. So what's going on there? Did I have 2 of these?
You got the best of that.
fine. Like, once I can have another pistol, because as far as I know, I can still dual wield. Or, you know, I bought that perk or whatever.
The vet.
I'll go check whether I can maybe buy a gun. I know I saw like a gun at the last shop. Pistol part. But these are all parts. Wait, up here. Oh, these are also parts. I can't tell if these are parts or not. I think they're parts. Yeah, I think these are just parts because, like, I have, like, these that I don't know what they do. But yeah, I can't
Done
really
and
organize
done.
this completely well. Like, you can't, like, just put stuff at the bottom to save for later or something. Trying to look for how to... No, it's in my gear. That's why. Because I already have, wait. Oh, so the Ronin legs are the best ones, okay. Is it total? Yeah, this one's a little, well, no. Eh. Oh, I guess you can put add-ons, though. But this can't have add-ons. So that's what makes those kind of strong. Yeah, like, how can I use these? I don't know. Maybe it's in craft, I guess. Oh, modify? Looks fine. Okay. Okay. So weird. Uh... Oh, I can't modify it because, yeah, no add-ons. I guess this is pretty good. That's good enough to modify. Oh, wait, I can't modify them, right? Or, no, I can. Okay. Wait, what? Oh, so I can't wear these because they're level 25. So right now I'm wearing something else. This is confusing. Just a little. Not that bad, but still like a little weird. Okay. Well, yeah, so I should wear that. And then, yeah, I'm not even close to 25. There's no way that that's good armor for level 25. Like, what? I'm almost at that already. I guess, okay, the key energy, though, increased. And energy regen is pretty good. So maybe that's why you would want that. But there should be a way to improve my weapons. Because I have weapon parts that I can put on. Like, that's what these are. You can put on these parts, right? Maybe I have to go to somebody to do that. Okay, we'll just not worry about it, I guess.
Później skoro kamtiu I boja amanira atsal. Wingadish nu.
I think that's just the skin. Yeah, the skin. Okay. So what's this one? Okay, we're going for that one.
We're seeing Majula for the first time in Dark Souls 2. It's one of my favorite moves in the game. When it comes to the design of the village, they did personalize house notes.
Thinks it's kind of strange you haven't met Lobber yet. You ever ride a blimp? Says the shop hold.
So yeah, like it looks like you can either sell or dismantle, and when you dismantle, you can use the parts to upgrade or improve your guns or other stuff in that blimp. That's what it looks like, at least. Where is my? I think my jet ski was over here, or not? Oh gosh. How do I find my jet ski? Okay, whatever. We'll just walk on foot, I guess.
Wishes the world was recalls seeing a... Imagine listening to the air. Figures if it... Thinks the radionic... Might take some figuring to get it working if it's broke. Says...
That's not nearby. What? What the fuck? That's so far away. I'll remember it for later. Sheesh. What the heck was that? Well, it's a little confusing because I think this is for the main quest. I know that the, oh, that's a big mountain. I know that the, taking out all of the, looked like a guy just like popped out of existence there. No, it looked like, wait, what is this? What the fuck is this? I can't deal with all of that. It's like 2 sub-bosses already. Okay, well, okay, my weapon's decent enough, I guess, or my damage at least. Oh, okay, they weren't on the same side. Oh. Okay, that makes more sense.
This is a quarrel spot. So many wars have been fought over this patch of dirt.
That was definitely pretty weird, but, you know, it's fine, I guess. Let's see. Yeah, what's this? You get another point of some sort? Or maybe not? Human trial. New one. Okay, so there's one over there. Okay. I thought that the position of this location that I was trying to get to was weird. So I guess that makes sense. Hopefully I make it. Looks fine, barely. Sheesh.
See that broken boat over there? Looks like it still floats.
I did not see that thing flying at me. I was just trying to stop my skill from continuing. Yeah, it feels like I just really gotta get to a higher level, basically. I mean, this mini-boss isn't even that hard. It's level 5. All the other guys nearby him are way stronger. Oh my gosh, there's a freaking missile launcher up there. Oh my gosh. I wonder if that is. But yeah, I thought the boss was shooting those missiles. That's the only thing. So, yeah. You know what? Let's level up. We'll go with a bit more strength.
Look at those muscles.
Okay. That was so stupid. Like, I don't know. I mean, I don't know if you can block his grab like that. Oh, here we go. It's gonna be all that fight. So climactic.
This one
Let's see what
seems to be in
happens.
good spirits despite being left here for dead.
Inmo.
Has heard that you only follow your own personal code and is worried you've lost your respect for life.
Papa Zudo e kanisala vai.
Asks you to do the right thing for the sake of your conscience. It's only through your inner conflict you're held accountable for your actions.
Me e kanisala vai.
It's sad to see you're staying on this road to ruin and that you're so determined to help no one other than yourself.
Well, clearly I helped other people. I just punched
light.
you.
Really, you ought to use your head in...
See? The darkness lets you get away with anything.
Just remember, you can always...
Dark. When you already know you're right.
It's just like, I did save him. Or is that supposed to represent that I just killed him? Like, what's that mean, exactly? That's why I don't really understand it all. Oh, you know what? Oh my gosh. Okay, fuck off. Oh, okay. So apparently, these are all side quests for sure. Like, I mean, I was already pretty sure that was the case, but I thought it'd be more. No, I'm not gonna follow that. But thanks for watching the stream. Which reminds me, actually, I probably should move my camera. Okay. Okay, so back to the mainline quests. Okay.
That's enough quacks to sustain the Googlide flipper with infinite ammunition. Goop says he was there when the Porky Puff took Out-of-Date's leg, so this World Eater has made it personal. After that, Out-of-Date started using his head instead of his legs and came up with the plan on how to best make a stand against the World Eaters, and it wasn't by foot. That's how he got tasked with rebuilding the Googlide. He seems happy to talk. Guesses you always have better things to do than lend a helping hand. Maybe the time has come for you to go see the Ankati tribe. Has plenty to do, so no worries. He seems happy to talk. You need to help Goop defeat the Porky Puff before it destroys the southeast route. Says you'll meet again. He seems happy to talk.
It just occurred to me that I don't have many fast travel points. I don't know why. But I think that this will put me on like a different path, basically. Because like this is like the good path to the game, and then focusing on the tribes is the bad path or something. So I'm just gonna go after these for now and see what the tribe master says when it comes to this. Because if I go after this one, does that mean I'm betraying my tribe or something? I mean, yeah, you don't need to follow a tribe, but I don't know. I feel like I'm missing out on a good portion of the game if I ignore the tribe stuff or ignore tribe uh, unity stuff, I suppose, or whatever you'd call it. Oh, so I can summon them. I was just wondering about that. I was like, I was pretty sure that'd be the case, but I mean, they had mentioned. Ooh, oh wow. Come on, good. Okay, let's get going then. Yeah.
Going around, and many people dead. We encounter the first enemies of the game, the Lycans. I really enjoyed the Lycans as an enemy, and that's good, as we'll be dealing with them throughout Village. They dart and dash around and are aggressive, so if you don't have a great shot like I do, you'll find yourself missing on the regular. They don't just come at you in a straight line. Then we get to the survival bit that's akin to the RU4 Village introduction. There's a lot of ground that we can cover, and there's some verticality with the houses that we can enter. There's a lot of oh shit feeling in the air, as this is just a matter of survival. We can use shells to block entrances. This is something the game doesn't really make use of once we're outside the village. To know about the gunplay, it feels a bit weak at first, but it's also a case of having the upgrade system back into the fold. As the game goes on, you'll get upgrades, get better guns, but there will be more of an impact. One head scratcher for Village is the reduction of FOV compared to 7, and there's no option to change so unless you have a mod.
The
This is okay, 7
mighty
is the smart spaces, but we have
says
more open.
they've been waiting for you. They're ready to bring death and destruction to the outpost. He says you'd better be. Says scouts spotted a moth nest close to the outpost. If you destroy that, the moths should infest the place. Figures the moths will drive everyone in the outpost nuts. That's when you dive in. That's the moth nest over there. destroy it.
Areas and more combat. It's probably why this is the case. You know, most of my glitch here is with these standard FOB. It is pretty disappointing that we never get to encounter these horseback lichens, so I was really looking forward to it. And like RE4, thanks to church bells, still I can see. Yes, it was bingo time.
Meat and potatoes. Not potatoes and meat. Nancy's got a low price. That one's for me to buy.
Thanks. I don't need that. Some of your phones playing, just people exploring the village looking. Something with some kind of air of something else being out there. There's a lot that's blocked off at first. The rest of the game is that you keep allowed to explore that purpose. There's an area of block picks, the realms, the livestock recruit. It's funny that audio things to explore. It's that classic gameplay loop that we created in the original RE game. I still enjoy to go back and create shortcuts. While all this is optional, I do find myself making my way to clear things out. For each major plot you can go, some people here, find a day will change, some of the stats might. What else is there to do? Here, that's it. And nothing more like the gameplay loop. If you want to talk about things, to me, it's larger than you might want to play. Like RE7, there are no unlocks here. It's a instant ready. Crafting a new item, don't take up your first spell. The only time I really have a new item announcement is picking up a new weapon in my cash was marginal. If you can upgrade that to sure.
Okay, it looks like my staff is probably the problem at the moment. I'm just like not, it hasn't been upgraded at all. But I should be fine for a while. Also, I really like that there's no ammo that I have to worry about. I can just use, blow everything away with the gun. Good. Good options. It's not supposed to be a really difficult game.
Nice work. No more moth's nest.
Yeah.
There go the moths toward the outpost. They're good and mad. The outpost belongs to your tribe now.
What the fuck was that? I thought there was still gonna be a fight though.
He says you made them weaker, but they won't give up. Your Sifu thanks you. Your tribe is growing stronger.
I guess we'll see whether I lose internet now. Unless it was that big of a coincidence or something. Sheesh. Kind of hard to believe that it was that big of a coincidence. But still working, so okay.
Thinks you did a great job capturing the rival's third outpost and believes the rival is weak enough to engage them at their fort. Says they won't stand a chance against you. He knows things that you... Thinks you did a great job. Shopkeeper peddler
Just moving to check out materials and stuff. Yeah, what does this even do? I guess it's just not that good for improving. Yeah. Torso. Yeah, it doesn't really improve much, and then doesn't really improve much, and then I don't know. Legs. I'll try to hold on to stuff for my gun, I guess.
On that note, doesn't have that same feel of the texture style item management Resident Evil 4 did. Just doesn't feel satisfying as it did there. I can understand why they went with this type of item management. It's having more of an action-heavy focus. But the thing is, still including level design where having item boxes wouldn't make sense. I talked about previously how one of my favorite things about Resident Evil has been item management. Things like item box, decide what you want to take, how much to allocate to healing items, guns, ammo. You got to this flow. How many item slots can you leave open in case you have to pick something up? And when you do, where can you make use of this item? While Arcade did make use of this style, one issue I had with the game is it felt a bit too generous with item slots. I only had a few cases where I really needed to unload. I was hoping to see them take another crack at this, considering how well they pulled it off in RE2 remake. I'm wondering if this was a decision they made early on, or if they changed at some point in development.
Let's
To me, this
see.
was Village's biggest missed opportunity. While it does have more focus on combat and action, having the classic style of item management could have been implemented as well. To note, unlike 7, going into your inventory does pause the game, which I don't have a problem with due to the higher focus on action. On that note, I do think some of the tension is lost on being able to craft items right away in your inventory. Part of me wonders if each time you crafted something there was a short animation or time frame before you can make use of it. We got to meet some of these surviving villagers, and if you thought to yourself, hey Elena, that sure sounds like Jill from RE2 remake. It's because it's the same actress. We then get to meet the rest of the surviving villagers. For more of that RE connection, the actors who played Louisa and Julie in the scene, the same actors who played Marguerite and Lucas in RE7 respectively. And then, they get healed up very quickly, which surprised me. I remember reading that Elena was likely to be a playable character at some point in the game, and the trailers did show more of the villagers. I'm guessing that this will be a DLC where we play some of the villagers, like Elena, before things hit the fan. We say a prayer to Mother Miranda. The game does have some very minor religious overtones that they don't go overboard with, calling in some way that we're pulling back on it.
Pray at once. Hear our voice. Together as one in reverence. We call on thee to bid the end its dark, to deliver us into Fate's hands. As the midnight moon rises on black wings, so we make our sacrifice and the way to life at the end. In life and in death, we give you glory, Mother Miranda.
I thought even just a short time frame on screen, Elena was really endearing. I find that even seems to show much more emotion than after Mia died.
You can go. Take her daughter.
endless cage wielding a large hammer, a talking doll, a giant fish humpback, and a winged masked woman with blankets surrounding us. Games swinging in many different directions, and as I mentioned earlier, sometimes for the better, but also to its detriment.
I've been waiting for you, Mr. Winter.
How do you know my name?
Anyone has heard of the likes of you. My hero is searching for his daughter.
Now that we're at the castle, this is where I feel like the game really begins. We also get to meet this game's merchant, the Duke. There's a lot to say about the Duke's presence in the village. As the producer mentioned in one of the previews of the game, he's an interesting fellow. That undersells him greatly. When he was first revealed, I was thinking he was mostly going to be a retread of the merchant in Party 4. Luckily, that's not the case whatsoever. He takes on a very different role. In a way, he has a presence like a god of Greek mythology, and in favor to order this secret passing through. He always has our back, even if he can talk in circles to secret. And while another character who will surely have received love, but prior to the release of the game, the community hasn't given the Duke a lot of love, and for good reason. He's a fantastic addition to the series. His background is curious. What's the right choice for the relationship he has with Ethan and the village itself? With the Duke, we get the guardians for his I don't use himself instead. Okay, a pretty penny for treasures that climbed along the way. What's disappointing is that the game only has one area where we got saber music. Even that's very pretty well immense. Although you can hear the influence I have before out of it. He can also cook meals for us with ingredients that we pick up, giving boosts to our stats. However, there's an odd bit early on where you can pick up fish as ingredients before the offers that option. So I ended up selling the fish to them. It's a weird design oversight. I've seen others bring up that same point. These ingredients come from animals like pigs, goats, or fish. Or even secret animals that offer rare ingredients that are incentive to guests to explore the village thoroughly. On the other incentives, we have plenty of them to fight in combat. While there's plenty of money lying around the environment, enemies will frequently drop currency, urging us not to just run around enemies.
Wow, Ethan Winters. You escaped my little brother's native caves, did you? Let's see how special.
That's the Myriad Tribe's fortress. Will they be friends or foes? You should head up there. That way you'll know.
I'm doing good, baby. How you doing?
So now, let's talk about the castle. After some quick exploration, we're captured by the three daughters and brought to Lady Trust. All vampire mom. I can't recall a character getting such a rapid reaction prior to game's launch. Even before we knew her name and how to pronounce it, don't trust. We're going nuts over her. So I
Let's see.
It wasn't apparent that she was a giant until just a few months prior to release, at which point fan reaction went nuts. In a world that seems to be more divided than ever, it was nice to see people come together to share a love of the team. Look at all the cosplay that's emerged prior to release. All the artwork. As writing, the game has a
This is the tribe's last stand. Conquer this fort and that'll be the last of the resistance. The tribe will be... He says you'd better be. The plan is to fling you over the wall with a sling lobber. However, he wants you to secure a hard hat first, should anything go... It's better you go and find one for yourself. It can't be too much trouble, though. It's one size fits all. That's the Myriad Fort.
I really like the impact when you get at least that's it now. But I wonder why they had me come over and do this though. Oh, okay. But maybe it was just to do like a check about whether my level was good enough to beat these guys. It is weird how like my defense feels like a problem, but my offense is pretty consistently pretty good. I mean, I just fought that guy and he was level 9. I mean, let's see. Actually, what level am I right now? I might be level 9 now. Yeah, I'm at level 9. It is still like, considering how much like they kind of stun lock me, especially when they just charge at me, like it just doesn't work well in that way. Oh, okay. It looks like they're gonna be stopping me. I can't teleport back, I don't think. There should be a teleport point here. Guess we'll see what happens.
Let's see.
Okay. Yeah, I guess it was just on top of it. Okay. Well, then this was
You need to hit them where it hurts. Inflict as
much.
much suffering as possible. You're the hammer on their nail.
Could have been flung a little bit faster. Sheesh.
That's a fire starter. The dry grass looks like it would ignite easily. You just need to create a spark to light a fire. It burns brighter than the light. That's a pyro sizzler right there. Just get to work on it. Make it frizzle. Nice crackle. The wire claw looks like it's strong enough to pull down a gate, but you just need to aim straight, shoot and pull, and the gate will come down. The Myriad tribe act on understanding of the greater good and a code of honor. They believe uniting the tribes is the only way to restore the peace. Anybody home? He was hoping it wouldn't end this way. There's no reason to fight instead of uniting. It would be fighting over nothing. He'll fight for whatever shred of hope he has left to unite the tribes and save the Tree of Life.
Seriously, a boomerang. I mean, I know that we saw it before, but like, really, in a world with guns, the special boomerang weapon. Okay. Get fucked. Sheesh. Like, yeah, so I guess,
The rival
better than
Sifu
boomerang,
is
huh?
defeated, and the destiny of their tribe is in your hands. You are free to choose their fate, but not free from the consequences of your choice. He'll leave it up to you to decide the fate of the rival Sifu, but you either... Ending him will make him forget the hard fate that has been put upon him. This punishment is justice for the unjust. And with that, you're spinning your own fate. Good or one by one they'll fall, until everything is brought into subjection. He wants you to focus. These are the new rival outposts your tribe needs to take control of. He says you'll regret not being on their side. The only way you'll learn their secrets, Wung Fu and the tribe weapon now, is if you defeat him. And that will never happen. Your Sifu is pleased. Your help sealed victory and the destiny of the rival tribe. But he's still eager to seal the fate of the world. It's just a matter of time before the tree will fall. Fate is never fair, and it loves the fearless. It's your duty to make one thing happen instead of... You've grown so much stronger than we... And now, the tribe relies on your strength to take on the remaining rivals. He meant that everything that has happened to you has only made you stronger. It's the Myriad Boomerang. He knows things that you need to know. Understands you have other...
wonder what the boomerang is in, compared to the rest of these, but whatever. I'm never gonna use it. Let's see. Oh my gosh, that wasn't an aura choice. I just killed this guy, the leader of this tribe. That was neither dark nor light. Okay. But that was kind of anticlimactic a little bit. But I'll just assume I was over leveled or something. And also the boomerang sucks, so there's that. But so weirdly, this wasn't taken off. So I guess I'll just go to do that, because like that's kind of the point of the game, in my opinion. Like, really, that's like why you're here, kind of. Oh, that's right. I still have that to do. Okay. We're gonna just go and travel. Yeah. We're just gonna travel over there and then I'll be done. I think. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Depends on the pacing that happens.
So it's pretty disappointing. Just running through the house to find her. We should see more cues from Microsoft dolls in the Resident Evil 3.5 preview. That would have been a lot more interesting. With that, we're done the house. It's quite short in the castle. It's just like it's long. As I mentioned earlier, we should know
I wonder how hard he was supposed to be. Because, yeah, he wasn't that hard at all. It just annoys me that, that type of enemy does that ground move, and I'm not sure how he does it. Like, I don't think he's hitting the ground, but I guess he might be. Maybe. Oh, boy. Here we go. Okay. Okay, well, we'll just get through here and then keep traveling north, I suppose.
Stick in the key.
I didn't know I had a key. Okay. Oh, this was the side quest. Wait, this better not be a dead end. Oh no. I feel like this is a dead end. Looks like a dead end to me. So then how do I keep going north? So that was all just for that. Okay. But like I can't get over some of these walls. It's like I'm like kind of like trapped in here. So I'd have to like go around and go up or something. Maybe I could go over. No. Also that Roman Colosseum looking place I guess was where I was working on the boat thing. We'll go left. I feel like I feel like I just happened to pick the one area that would be an issue. But yeah, I'm not gonna go look for loot in these cities. Yeah, it's a bit of an issue. Hopefully I'm not fine. Yeah, that's good. I really, really love when games don't have fall damage. I don't really understand the point of fall damage sometimes. Like, sometimes, yeah, sure. But then sometimes that's like, what? Why? Especially in open world games, like, that just doesn't matter at all. Like, some Assassin's Creed can be fine at times, but then, like, there was a lot of times where it was just annoying.
What can't you take? Rito and his bandits make camp here. Take care.
Forgetting DLCs, I do hope that the game does expand more upon the dynamic amongst this group. I recommend mention that the game should have given us a choice to join Heisenberg with the offer tips, but I'm glad they didn't. Too many issues already set created giving us the choice between Zoe and Neo. Plus, even rejecting Heisenberg's offer just makes that more enduring and likable. There's something always enduring about protecting stuff and nothing to get family back, not wavering in the face of danger. Even when given an offer by some help, he tells him to fuck off and he's through to be played, and how Rose will be used as a weapon. My daughter is not a weapon. Fuck you. Let's try this. You will find out what's in the hole. I'll take my chances. Factory Portion is one of the village's greatest accomplishments. It's a successful merge of level design, classic metals, with an action-heavy focus on Symphony 4. It's designed to an extent where I question if they didn't invite boxes at some point in development, because it seems to be designed to have in mind. Factory mixes up with tweaks to past enemies, but also throwing new ones our direction. Variations of those as we make our way throughout the factory. Usually later sections of our games tend to fall short of what came before, but that's not the case with the factory. We're constantly restricted by enemies, scripted sequences, before taking down the mostly satisfying boss fight. News goes on a bit too long. I am curious if they developers are having Heisenberg to switch throughout the factory at some point. Granted, the tight polish on the more difficult to pull off from enemies around. We run through Chris again, and this is where the game really starts to go off the rails. So Chris now reveals that it was Miranda posing as Mia at the beginning of the game. So why the hell did he not tell Ethan? You could say that he could have been compromised right by Miranda, but there wasn't really any justification for it. One of the worst storytelling sins you can make is getting a character to act stupid or have a character to move a plot forward to redraw. That's exactly what they did with Chris's role in the story. Which is what happened in the very beginning. There was no drama to it. However, there are many other ways they could have gone with this but overkill that way. So let me think that Heisenberg may use the hammer against the boss fight instead of because this battle boss fight with Heisenberg. Well, it's fun and spectacle to say the least. Oh, and then there's this line about Chris and Boulder punching. I'm not sure exactly how I feel about it. How did Heisenberg know about this? It sounds from the SAA tell about this. After this fight, we get some one-on-one time with Miranda. As Chris said, it was this Mia. We learned about what Miranda's plans are, how the story here ties in with 7, and another case of getting body parts removed from Miranda up to the ante, where it's Ethan's heart. Damn. And with that, we switch to place Chris in the game's lowest section. Luckily, it's over quickly, and Chris, who's still smoking, I guess he'll have it to die hard. So now it's time for Chris on duty. Make our way down into the village now that the Mega Mice is now out in the open. There's some other BSAA operators separate from Chris's unit that gets taken down. So on our path to where we need to go...
That silo there is so tall. It's a mystery what they used to keep in it.
And rapid succession, we do bring up two important questions to Chris. What happened to Mia, and why did they tell Ethan?
So you're able to fake Mia, where's the ring? She's still alive, he's there. It was too late now. We really should have told Ethan the plan.
There wasn't time. We didn't expect Miranda to act so soon.
Even so, you should have told him.
Yeah. I know these five Raiders' presence, but it's still probably the largest issue we fought. More naturally. Then we get to the call war bomb. We did the same thing in RE7, but the final counter with headlines, where we had all these notes that we go reading and understanding of how the world works. We'll go into more details in the plot section, but in a nutshell, we learn about Miranda's experiments on the four lords. We also learn about her role in the RE world at large, with the relationship with Oswald Spencer, the other god Eva, discovering and parsing the Mega Mice seeds, and how the connections try to replicate Eva via Evelyn. So Mia and Miranda are not strangers to one another. Find the real Mia. And after being told Ethan is dead, she mentions that Ethan is special. In what way?
I tried to keep it a secret, but you don't understand how special he is.
We cut back to Ethan in a purgatory life state, and we encounter Evelyn. And we get revealed that you died 3 years ago back at the Baker House. That would stop from Jack doing the deed. And as we were infected, we're brought back to life by the mold. So I know for some people this was a surprise, but given all the information that we got in 7, it really should have. The war bomb at the end of 7, we learn how the infection works, explains why Ethan keeps using twins. Now the news is Evelyn. All symptoms of being infected. If you broke and take a serum, we as fine as she got a serum. But you think someone at the very least would check out with Ethan. But the fact that Ethan read these notes, it should conclude that he's been infected and brought it up. It's not like they were short on serum after all. Besides, the relative return later to get a serum to Zoe. But hold that thought. And through what seems like sheer determination, we come back to the real world. And one of my favorite scenes, two guys pick us up and it's bringing us to the ceremony site. It's full mystery and cryptic between your daughter and the short days of the
What are you? Even I can't quite answer that.
We get to be finding confrontation with Mother Miranda. The appearance that wouldn't look out of place from a Dark Souls game, and the soundtrack to boot. It knows the role of Final Boss well, something that the series can't struggle with. Miranda and Ethan are throwing themselves back and forth at each other. There's a lot of variety in attack she deals. She's not overly difficult, but she's no cakewalk.
Now it's winter. I think it's time to
While Miranda is finished, Ethan himself is on his dying breath. Follows us an emotional, heartbreaking scene of Ethan handing Rose over to Chris, along with his jacket. I am amused that they still keep Ethan's face hidden. We don't even been able to see models of his face before. And while I'm sad to see Ethan go, his presence will still be felt in the series. He dies an incredibly heroic death. And while I was not a fan of Chris in this game, there's no fault to his actor. So much is just set here in 2 words.
Sometimes your mind creates an illusion where it's possible to go back in time to relive a moment in your life. We all have things in our past we wish hadn't happened, and can come to remember seeing and doing things that never happened.
That was really weird. Okay. It looked like I thought I was gonna die for sure, but I guess it was a ranged weapon person, so as long as you stay in their face, they can't do it.
However, there's no doubt that what you remember makes your future different. Choose the automaton functionality you want to recall. You weren't supposed to know how to start the automaton pew-pew pang, but clearly you figured that out way back then.
I'm kind of having an issue here, because, like, I really want to be doing, unlocking teleport points. But it seems like either I just happen to be going on a route that perfectly avoids teleport points, or there might not be many teleport points. I find that hard to believe that we've already found so many.
What have you done?
The Scanaptrut outpost. The Jagni tribe first nested here long ago.
The BSAA was present in the village using bioweapons. Keep the credits, talking to the beginning of the game, very much in the style of the York. Being a big York fan, the Simmer did a fantastic job. It's a great way to close off the game.
Let's see.
We're then given a sequel or DLC book. With its implications, I'm guessing more of a sequel. The BSAA was present in the village for using bioweapons. Cue the credits telling the story from the beginning of the game, very much in the style of Bjork. Being a big Bjork fan, this is a fantastic novel. It's a great way to close off the game. But then, here's the grown-up Rose taking the bus, the village of Shadow's book on hand. I have to admit, it's a bit strange that she's held on to this book considering this was from Mother Miranda. Donning her dad's jacket, she goes to his grave. Now, due to her nature being her parents, the scene might not be as far in the future as you might think. Perhaps like Adeline, she ages faster. Driving off in the distance, Thumb approaches the car. Switching to photo mode, you can zoom in and see it's a model of Ethan approaching. Some people said it was meant to be a placeholder, but it's so bizarre that they just
Welcome to Hillhole, a clean, dry cave.
Another great entry to the series. While it's less cohesive than 7, it doesn't have some of the quality drops that 7 encounters. In fact, because of cutscenes makes replayability much more enticing. As it currently stands, I do think 7 overall is better due to the excellent DLC. So I'm holding off on getting flying further to get a DLC for Village, because there's plenty of direction they can go with them. Before getting to some of these thoughts on the plot, I do want to talk about the gameplay. My run was about 8.5 hours. Granted, I'm stopping to take things the other way, which doesn't count towards the time. I'm also prepping footage, so it is longer than usual. I did see that the game was some time prior to launch heat design. Have these people never played an RE title before? They've always been fairly short, with high levels of replayability and unlockables. I'd rather have a short 15-hour game that doesn't overstay its welcome. We check the simulator for 15 hours a game, but they stretch out to 60 hours. I guess this is what happens to people's brains when they play Mario Ubisoft titles or other shooters. And besides, when you look at achievement stats of games, you just see how few games are ever hours. That's just a 54% completion rate.
This area is blazing hot. You'd better have something that'll keep you cool if you're going in.
When Ethan dies, you really should have been there to get some closure on the relationship. That scene is emotional for everything as it is, but imagine how much more it could have been if Mia was there for Ethan's last moments, the Winter's family together. Or what if Mia also showed up in the final fight against Miranda to help Ethan finish her off, so she can get some revenge against Miranda and help get Rose back? We know Mia can't handle herself with firearms, and with Chris training them, it's not likely she got rusty. There's still a lot to Mia here, and I'm very curious to see her role in the future. There's a lot she's kept hidden from Ethan that we still don't know about. What else does she have up her sleeve? She obviously knew about Ethan's condition and kept it hidden. She knew that with having her child together. That's a plot thread that I'm curious to see unravel. And finally, we have Rose. How is her role going to play out in the future? Is RE9 going to have us playing as Rose with some super golden powers? Is it going to turn into Dishonor? If she is going to be powerful, we're going to need something to contend with that goes beyond this. Or is she going to become the enemy that we need to take down? At which point are we going to end up in another RE6 situation where things go way over the top and the series is going to be another soft reboot? As I mentioned earlier, perhaps this time skip isn't as much as you think. Like Evelyn, she is Hooker. Chris's character is she on the village. As I mentioned earlier, one of the worst storytelling sin you can commit is saying a character attacks stupid without a reason, wrapped up character to drive people on board and create drama. Right, Game of Thrones? Well, Dany kind of forgot about the Iron Fleet and Euron's forces. That's exactly what Village does with Chris's character. Chris's team just waltz in, and they don't tell Ethan why they just
Welcome to Camp Echo. The bandits here won't greet you so kindly.
Chris is being a loose cannon, and there's some corruption going on within the BSAA, which is a major plot thread. I'm curious to see how it will play out. But the approach they took with Chris and his reasoning was cheap drama that falls apart when you give it a second thought. So, how do we think this should play out instead? I'm guessing that Chris and his team didn't show up and be around him, but not going to and taking Rose. We're just wondering if they're going to or send something 8 days later, then Ethan where they could find him, there's a way to test him. This would have been a nice callback to RE7 getting a message from Mia to come find her. Well, it's not as attention grabbing, that's what they went with instead. It does bypass the issue of Chris acting dumb to drive the plot forward. Ethan could try to get in contact with Chris, perhaps when he corrupt the SAA, could cut Chris and his team stall until later in the game, where they can swoop in and help Ethan. I see mentioned that why they're so close to the village, but I think this one's fairly easy to deal with. Corruption within the BSAA and a connection to Mother Miranda has had them move close to the village. After all, one of Chris's teammates does mention this.
I can't do this. How do you already know Rose exists? A multiple weird holder, maybe? We can figure that out later. Focus on the plan.
When I recently replayed Resident Evil 5, which I did a video on, I mentioned that Chris's arc could have met its natural end there and finally taking out Wesker. But Capcom just keeps bringing it back, and with Rose, it looks like that's going to continue with his relationship with her. And with this whole corrupt BSAA, perhaps others can step in and help us, Sheva, maybe Barry, maybe Jill. Please Capcom, please give these characters an ending. Go ahead and move on.
Here you got Bo's teeth hanging in that little blimp. Has an upgrade bench too.
Keep your focus on the older portion of the story. This is a danger when you have these franchises with so many titles and works. Sometimes it just feels like there's a need to tie everything together. As much as I enjoy
Let's see.
insistence on trying to tie everything
Haratis, Arukilda, Blumhero,
It's not as simple as writing a script book and just crossing stuff off and switching it. So for a series that's been going on for over 25 years with countless spin-offs, reboots, characters that could go, shifts in tone and setting, the fact that things are at least somewhat coherent can be a bit of a miracle. Although DLCs have been announced, Capcom wouldn't be leaving law on the table if they did do any Village DLC. And there's plenty of plot threads that they'd be open. I mentioned earlier that it seemed like there's much more they want to do with the villagers when looking at the earlier trailers. There were murmurings that Elena would be a playable character. Now these characters killed off so quickly, I do think we're going to see them again, see things from their perspective before shit hits the fan. I also think we'll get a Nia-based DLC and get some indication by having her. What kind of experiments was Miranda doing on her? There's a lot of interesting potential to see how events play out from her perspective during the events of Village. And since Capcom loves them so much, I think we'll see a DLC with Christmas Crew. I think going to the DSAA would be something in a future title as opposed to DLC. Maybe we'll get to see some of the things they're doing when Ethan, was actually getting shit done. Oh, and Ethan was supposed to appear in the game, but she was scrapped fairly early on. DLC would be nice for Capcom. Of course, I do think in these DLCs we'll get to see more of the Four Lords and the other Miranda dynamic. It's something I'd love to see more of, to get more screen time together, flesh out the relationships they have with Miranda. That'd be really great. After all, there's only a short period of time when they're all together.
Smell that? It's the glurp paddock. Chubser must be nearby. He's heard what's happened to you and wouldn't have blamed you a bit if you'd given up and gone on back home. He'd have done that long ago.
Look at that fur. He's a freaking stuffed animal. Like, considering how good my fur is on my character, or the race of my character, I should say. Like, why does his fur look so weird?
Claims it's always with him, no matter where. He's impressed by the courage needed to get you to this point. He worries that you might... If your home means anything, sometimes he wonders what life would be like if he lived somewhere else. Different home, different him. Says you might not say that if you had a home. But you came here instead, right? Kind of expected the world to end like this. He's going to... Thinks you somehow made things worse for everyone. Which was what you wanted, right? Heard you've been nesting with the Jagni. Surprised they'd let you out of their places. They're so dedicated to grabbing everything they can get their fingers on. Thinks that's a polite way of saying they'll take your stuff if you give them a chance. The homes of others don't really matter that. He says whatever you think, big isn't better. It's just bigger. What you see here is his name. Now, with the world on the brink of destruction and all, the time has come for him to find a new home that's better suited to his needs. Figures the world ending might make it pointless, but if it doesn't end, he wants to be in a better place. Chubser says there's no place like home. Even though he's on it. If you truly get in touch with something from the scorched earth, like a carrot, Chubser wonders if you've seen any carrots in the ground nearby. He's been needing one for a while, but now he needs to act before it's too late. Guesses it might not be much for you, but for him, it's in high demand.
Nothing shines like the dark. Oh, no, wait. Oh, well, you know.
I wasn't sure at first, but I was like, you know what? I better say no. I better say more negative stuff, even if it's not super obvious.
You can't trust the dark.
Can you see how dark sets you free?
It's not too late for you, is it?
Hello.
It's a rare sight. Treasure it. Wildlife here is teetering on the brink of extinction. We all are. The meat-eater again. Nothing seems to satiate his hunger. The gnat is done for unless you intervene.
But I'm assuming this is an evil action. I just beat him because like it didn't look like it was going anywhere otherwise.
This is a radioactive zone. It's not healthy to go too far in without protection.
So why did they even tell me about this character if when you get to him you need a radiation suit? And the radiation suit is here? I mean, I guess I could have ran into it before. I guess I'll get it. Not now, but I'm gonna real quick go to the tree and hopefully get a teleport point. Still very weird. It's like, wait, so you need suits. Like, why even give me resistances if I can wear suits? I guess it's a combat, but still, it's pretty weird. I do like how much flatter the game is once you get to this area of the game. So that beginning area was just like hill. But I did notice that there's some other mountainous type areas, so we'll see. I also kind of wish that my goat wouldn't just fall on the ground every time he falls weirdly. It's like, oh my gosh, like right there, come on, like what? Who wasn't in the air that far?
The yerp fields, where the echo of your actions resounds clearer than any other place you'll find, except for where that's not true.
So like that guy at the beginning said that
There
he'd
it
be
is,
here.
the tree of life. The idea that all life is related by common descent, where the twigs are existing species and those produced in the past represent the succession of the extinct. The tree's great branches were once budding twigs, a connection between the past, present, and future. A representation of all extinct and living species with its ever-branching and beautiful ramifications. We are an evolution of those that came before. Old brick-bracks like that, sometimes still full of good things.
I just noticed I think one of those was a rat. These guys right here are rats. I'm gonna ally with the rats. No. Unfortunately, I can't ally with anybody. Can't like mix and match. But I don't know. This game's kind of weird with what it wants you to do. It's like, yeah, just work with everybody to save the world, and it's like, why even give an option if you're just gonna keep telling me that what I'm doing is wrong? Like, I mean, I can already tell right now, like, you know, real early in the game, like, yeah, you want me to play a certain way, and if I don't, then you're gonna tell me how much of a bad boy I am, but, like, I don't know. It's just a little silly. I don't know. Well, we'll worry about that. Oh, there's a guy. There's another guy to punch in the face.
Wonders why you're not already hidden someplace. Going to be light soon.
You're ready to forge your own path in life. But where do you start? Wright State University is here to help.
Mercenaries mode is, well, the game's just firstly, the way the mode works is can't be raid modes and revelation heads. Not be classic styles of mercenaries. Secondly, it should just be called the mercenary, since the only play as equal. When I first started playing it, I was scared of it now, but the time I went into it, I did come around to it more and appreciate its approach. Instead of dealing with constant we have a set number of enemies. Once you get these second set of levels, and the higher difficulties, you get challenging to the other side scores. Levels are mostly enjoyable, although I did find the factory level as enjoyable as the others. While we're finding the main game, I did find the more narrow spaces actually for mercenaries. There's also the random factory at play here where people power ups. You can choose to finish the list that grows and getting.
Let's see.
Okay. Good. Exactly where I was expecting it to be. I guess I'll go down here and check it out, and then I'll save it and be done.
It's a place well hidden. It's just below the above.
What the fuck? The spaceship? Okay. They have mentioned one spaceship. It's like, oh, everything we know is based on this one spaceship that was left behind. I guess it's here. Okay. I didn't think it would be underneath the tree. Why is there a giant hole? That looks like where the tree should be. Whatever. Kind of interesting. So now what?
Iatu iau maua ikamapen ko tuvon ko kumvun kono.
Out of Date's impressed you made it this far, but there's still so much left to do. The end of the world is still on everyone's minds. You've beaten a path where you have the power to destroy or save everyone. Question is, what you'll do with that responsibility. He worries about you. If you love yourself, you don't hurt others. But the more you hate yourself, the more you want others to suffer. Thinks it's important that you remember who you are and where you came from. Someone without knowledge of their history and origin is like a tree without roots. It's important to stay grounded. You share the same fate as the tree. Out of Date says there's a time for everything. And now there's no use thinking of the past, for it's gone. Think of the present, because that's where you are. It's time to set your priorities as the one who completes things. He's worried that you're putting the world at risk. But darkness isn't necessarily the end of the world. It's just another perspective. If the world really does end, there won't be anywhere to run. So he's prepared for the worst. Something he calls the Ark.
Mpa, wherefore, where?
Two sides to everything, but for him it would be devastating if you were forced to use the Ark to escape while the world crumbled. Out of Date says there's no clear record of the chain of events that changed the course of history and brought the world to its knees. He's found evidence on the Ark, records of a crisis, decades of contamination that permeated the ground and broke its inner core. He's been told the blight affected everything at a genetic level and turned our perception of normality on its head. It was only those that changed that avoided extinction, proving that the possibility for survival and renewal was real. He understood. The Ark predates the back-in days, and now, after years of study of the manuals he found inside, he believes he's figured the ship out. The Ark has room for 4 more, even if you think no one else is worth saving if the world comes to an end. He'll keep the seats open, and you are free to invite up to 4 others to join you in the Ark in the event of a cataclysm.
Can I have Out of Date not come? He is quite old and crippled.
Out of Date says that from what he's heard, you've been busy. He says he appreciates what you've done so far, but unfortunately he's got urgent news from his friend Gizmo in the West. Out of Date says he knows you're good-hearted enough to do your best to support Gizmo. He says he'll point you in the right direction, but finding Gizmo and making sure he gets what he needs is up to you. That doesn't sound good. Out of Date's forebodings are justified. The Jumbo Puff needs to be taken care of. Out of Date says that Gizmo is worried now that the Western World Eater is stepping up its activity. He explains that Gizmo is working on a scrap walker vessel in order to get to the World Eater, but needs help to get it done. Out of Date suggests that you should head west as fast as possible and see what you can do to help. He says you really need to go see Gizmo as soon as possible. He wonders what's on your mind. Wouldn't be surprised.
Pretty interesting how you can go to every boss pretty early on, but I am very concerned about the tribes, because I mean I could like sprint to get to every area and like, but I don't know, like I don't think I'm gonna be able to like do every tribe. I don't know how important the tribes are to taking down World Eaters. So, okay, we're good. So, yeah, well, yeah, see this probably has a teleport point that I just didn't unlock. But yeah, I'll probably go here, then here next time. Wait, that's not that travel point? What? My gosh, where's the fast travel points? Oh, maybe it's because I'm inside the ship? Maybe? Okay. Okay. Guess we'll find out what happens. It is very weird, because like, I kind of want to do a dictator thing, but then yeah, they're saying, well, actually, if you don't kill the world eaters, then we can just leave on the ship. And that's it. That's a little bland of an idea. That town over there looks pretty cool, kinda. But, I'd rather get rid of like 1 or 2 world eaters before I really go into some of these areas. Oh wait, you can fast travel here. Okay. Weird. Okay. Okay. But yeah, hopefully I'll get back to this tonight, but you know, I'm trying to finish some stuff up with my brother who's leaving soon to go to college and other stuff. So we'll see. It's hard to say. It's hard to say. But I think we're making decent progress. You know, if I get an 8-hour session, I'd be done. Like, it'd be over. So, I'm not too concerned. Like, after 8 hours, I would definitely be at, like, level 23, 25. And I am feeling like maybe level 30 is, like, end game. Which is why it's weird that I picked up a piece of armor that was level 25, but whatever. Yeah. I mean, I'm like 5 hours in, but am I really, though? I don't know. Yeah, I guess there was a lot of intro stuff, a lot of mini cutscenes and stuff. Okay. Anyway, thanks for watching, and keep an eye out for notifications. I think that's the only way to know whether I'm playing something at this point. See ya.